Hi, I'm Ray Meyers. I feel everybody should have a service truck, even if you have just an acreage or you even have a small farm or even a big farm, and or even you got a ranch with 20,000 acres or something. You should have a service truck. I've seen a lot of service trucks, and some service trucks on big farms that I've seen, you know, they're worth, you know, 200,000 for a whole unit, and they got everything in there, you know. And not long ago I seen one truck that a big farmer had, and he had everything in it, and he was so proud of that truck. And he had all his tools so well organized. They were all in you know, in their all in their places, like you had a wrench set, and they were all wrench sets, all in their places like that. And then he had drawers, and he would put them wrench sets in the drawers and put the drawers shut, you know, and everything. And I didn't like to tell him, you know, that I did not like his service truck. And I'll tell you why in just a minute as we go along. But anyhow, well, maybe I don't like his truck because I can't afford a $200,000 truck. So anyhow, I got a service truck that I used for many years. I've used different service trucks. And here, I like to get a cheap truck, you know. Got this one at an auction sale for a few thousand. And I like a cheap truck like that so you can bang it around, you know. A service truck gets banged around. And I'll tell you why. I don't like to be too orderly and have things too, you know, orderly like that. So I'll tell you how I got my service. So I guess I could call this a poor man's service truck. And here I got my good friend David Nate. He built that box. I got him to make that box in the front here. And I put all my heavy tools in there. I put all, you know, all the heavy stuff, like jackal, sledgehammer, crowbar, chains, all that stuff. And here's something else. I like to have a fire extinguisher, and I don't even have it in a holder. I just like to put it here loose, and I lay it here like this. And I like this box here. I just drilled some holes in the bottom so that so the water runs out. And even in the winter time, I just leave everything in the open. I don't like things getting covered up, you know, just like that other guy that I seen, his tools in the drawer and stuff like that. I don't like covers on, you know. I just leave the snow come in and the rain, it don't matter. I have little holes drilled in the bottom here like that. And that don't matter if you got old, like big old pipe wrenches here, you know. That don't matter if there's rain and snow on and stuff like that, you know. And so that's one thing. And here I got a welder, and it's you can plug in your power tools and that. And here I got a cutting torch and stuff like that. And I got David to make these here roll up the wires on the welding wires. But when I'm welding, I don't even roll them buggers up. I just, you know, you can't get too darn fussy, you know. Trying to be real fussy in a world that's not fussy, you know. And here, I got David here to build a step on here. I took the end gate off, and here I'm pretty old, like, so I can step on here easy enough to walk it up. And I got a collection of iron, whatever kind of welding iron you need, you know. A few of this and few of that, you know. And you know, I don't like putting my tools orderly. You know, I used to do that, but now I'll tell you why. Here's kind of the way I put my tools away. Say, for instance, in this, well, I have the big tools, thing like a big hammer, a big crescent wrench, the big socket, you know, drive, and of course the big pliers, and a few of the big wrenches. I got the big wrenches, say all the way from 1 1.25 down to 1 inch or 15/16 like that. And that's where the big stuff is, all in this one side. And then this side I have the smaller wrenches and things like the wrenches from 1 inch to down to 3/4 or 5/8 or something like that. And then I got the smaller pipe wrench and the smaller things, and then I have another pliers. I have no time for little pliers. I buy a whole bunch of pliers. See, I have about 5 or 6 pliers in my service truck. I got one here and one in the front, one in there and one on the other side and everything. That's the way I do it. And then, you know, in here, there's certain things too. I have certain bolts in here and certain things. And in this compartment, I have the files and punches and chisels and so on. It depends what your needs are, you know. You know, like if you got a bunch of watering bowls, well, then I'll throw in watering bowl parts. So now in the front here, I got a box of smaller tools. You know, I got, of course, the pliers again, and a little bit of this and that, and the small wrenches, all the way down to, you know, 7/8 and so on. And I always keep them in a box. I'll keep screwdrivers in the box and a lot of the smaller stuff, because sometimes you need a fix in the field or something like that, and just take the whole box out with you, you know, with those tools in there. And then I have another plastic tub here that I have things in, certain things, you know, small chisels and punches and vice grips and, you know, certain tools. So I can grab the whole box, you know, and so you get the idea. So I like these boxes. I got a lot of boxes all over. Some are made out of wood, and I put certain things in those boxes. And you know, with a service truck like this, you very seldom have to give a ride to 3 people, but the odd time you have to pick up 3 people or 4 people in the field, you know, and then you can take these boxes and you can set them up, you know, and then somebody can sit in the seat here, you know, when you have to, but it don't happen very often. And then I have the small stuff out on the, you know, and the little things. I have all the small tools in here. On this tub here, I have all kinds of cotter pins and all the small stuff, and tape of all kinds, you know, and this stuff and all kinds of stuff. And in another tub, I got that in here, and here's something else. And so I make use of that. You know, I clutter that up. I don't try and get fussy, you know. And I'll tell you why. No, because sometimes you're fixing, in the field. Let's say you're baling, and you got somebody there to help you. Say you got a new man or something that's not familiar where you keep all your tools, and or you have, say, you got a wife or your mistress. You got your mistress helping you. So, well, okay, you're broke down on the baler and you're going, you know, and you want to get this all, and then you'll say to your mistress, well, honey, sweetie, will you get me the crowbar, please? And then she'll go and say, yeah, but honey, I don't know where you keep the crowbar. And then I'll say, yeah, but sweetie, I always put it in front in that big, you know where my big tools are. Sweetie, now get me the crowbar. And she'll get me the crowbar. You know what I'm trying to tell you there. So anyhow, you got this new person that's not familiar where you put your tools away. Suddenly you say, boy, I got to get on that tractor and bale, it's going to rain. And honey or sweetie or that kid or whoever's with you, you put the tools away. Well, that person isn't used to putting the tools away, so I think he keeps the big stuff here. I seen him put that, and the crowbar goes in the front, and the little stuff goes in here, and he piles it up, you know, because I have no time to pick it up. I got a bale, you know. And so, you know, and then when you got more time, well, you can come around and you can straighten your stuff out a little bit, you know. So that's my service truck. What do you think of it? Well, anyhow, so I'm Ray Meyers again, and I'm reminding you, always be nice to your neighbor, even if you don't like him. And always remember to laugh at the boss's jokes.